This is a perfect setup for Invented US. To make this resonate with a modern audience, we need to paint a picture of the analog era, a time of physical limits, and then contrast it with the digital Big Bang, the paper prison, when the world stood still. Imagine a world where your voice only traveled as far as you could yell, and your knowledge was limited to the books you could physically touch. This wasn't ancient history. This was the reality of our parents and grandparents. In this analog era, life moved at the speed of a stamp. If you wanted to see a friend, you walked. If you wanted to learn a fact, you spent hours in a library basement. It was a world of heavy paper, ink-stained fingers, and the agonizing silence of waiting. There were no instant answers, only the patience of the human spirit. People lived in isolated bubbles, where a single mistake on a typewriter meant starting a whole day's work from scratch. It was a life of physical grit, but it was also a life where we were tethered to the ground. Then came the spark. A few rebels in American laboratories decided that human thought shouldn't be trapped in a filing cabinet. They imagined a world where information could travel at the speed of light, breaking the chains of geography. When the first digital pulse flickered, the paper prison began to crumble. We didn't just invent a machine. We invented a new dimension of existence. Suddenly, the entire sum of human knowledge was no longer a mile away, it was a click away. We traded the heavy briefcase for a digital cloud, and the isolated village for a global neighborhood. This transformation wasn't just about convenience. It was about the birth of a new human era where your mind is your only limit. The moral of this story is that we must never mistake our tools for our identity. Life before computers taught us the value of patience and presence, but the digital world gave us the power of reach and scale. We have been given the keys to a limitless kingdom. Now, the challenge is to use that power to build something that actually matters. Don't just consume the digital world. Use it to invent a better physical one.